Now then, are we starting on time? Goodness me, what's happened to you, Hudson? I must be ill. Right, thank you, Maestro. That will do from you. I'll just pause that. How you all doing, people? I can see people in the chat already. 5th year anniversary of the rehashed Hey Ho channel over there. Flight Sim. Evening, Kev. Armitage, how you doing? And Springer and Thomas. And that's it for now. Great. Hope you're all keeping well. So, yeah, what's all this about? Well, obviously 5 years. So the rehashed Flight Simulator. So you're talking about essentially Flight Sim 2020, which I have up. This is what we'll be starting in. I'll be starting in on this live stream, celebrating the past and the present. I tell you what, I was looking back at some of my old videos. I'm going to play some of my old videos on this stream for you, just to show you the changes that have come with Flight Sim 2020. So we'll start with that. So yeah, so the plans for this stream is, yeah, just sort of see what's happened over the past 5 years, celebration of Flight Sim 2020, memories, and I do urge you to share some of your memories of Flight Sim 2020 in the chat. How long have you been playing? Flightless Owl, how you doing? Yeah, I'll talk about Sim Update 3. You're all right. I thought it would have dropped. It hasn't. Hello, AD, how you doing, my friend? It's okay. We'll be doing sort of... I'm Carol. How you doing? Just in case I miss you out there. We'll be doing some... Well, let me tell you the structure. Otherwise, I'll be arse over tit. Oh, sorry, YouTube. I can't say the A word. I'll be bum over tit. It's probably even worse. You know what I mean. Before I get going. So the plan for this is... First part... Just revisit some of the old memories of Flight Sim 2020. Revisit some of mine. I was there from the very start. In fact, I had videos from the very start. August the 18th, 5 years ago. I think I did my first video on Flight Sim 2020. And it's up on my channel, but I'll be playing it just to show you some of the memories there. Then we'll talk about... and then we'll explore... Well, I'll show you. So we'll explore some memories, explore them in the sim as it is, have a chat about all that kind of thing. Then we'll vote on a group flight in 2020 to begin with. A quick group flight over an area. I'll get to that later. We'll have a bit of a break and then we'll launch 2024. And we'll do similar things and go for a little group flight in that. Don't worry, it's nothing specific. I've not really set up a detailed flight in either of them. It's just so we can all get together and celebrate. Lex, how you doing? And Errol, good to see you. And Carol, yeah, you started with 2020 with the exception of a few hours in Flight Sim X on your keyboard. I think I started on keyboard, but that would be back in the day of Flight Sim 2. Actually, ZX81, we were having this chat on our Discord. 1981 on a ZX81. A terrible... good at the time. It was all characters and numbers. In fact, it was no graphics. But it was interesting at the time. Your favourite memories are off our group flight tour. Nice. Group flights, as well as my world tour in 2020. Nice. Been simming since 05 over these various releases. Yeah, I think I started with Microsoft. It was Flight Sim 95, wasn't it? Was that Microsoft Flight Sim 95? I think it was. I've still got it somewhere. That was my first one with Microsoft, but I was simming for years on the Commodore Amiga, Commodore 64, and ZX81, and even the Spectrum. Now, who mentioned the Spectrum in our chat? It was Cheshire. I don't know if he's here. Hello from Tewkesbury. Hello. How you doing, Yanis? Good to see you. So yeah, I think we'll get started, people. So, well, I mean, my first memories were specifically of this revamped. So, MSFS. I said that right, didn't I? MSFS, yes. Of the revamped sim was... Hello, Susie, how you doing? I believe it was... Yeah, it was on the night of the 17th. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember a midnight launch in the UK. Am I correct on that, UKers? At least the Steam... No, it was the store version. I had the store version to begin with. Then I switched over to Steam, which I've got running in the background now. Well, okay. I'll tell you where we'll start. I'm mixing myself up here. I wanted to start somewhere else, but... Well, that was my first memory. Using Commodore 64 and PC Flight with Flight Sim X. Flight Sim X was great back in the day. Seeing what could be done with 2020. Yeah, it really does. Wait till you see how Flight Sim 2020 has moved on. I'm going to play one of my old videos in a second. So Flight Sim 2020, let's start with that. So we've had 16 world updates since it started. We're on Sim Update 16 with this, which potentially is the best update so far. I've only had we've all only had a week with it so far, but potentially the greatest update is Sim Update 16. Like, what would you think there, people? Can you mention some other memorable Sim updates in 2020? And we'll put that to the vote. We'll start votes in this chat. We're going to do all kinds of fun. Did I think of a couple of prizes? I think of a couple of prizes on the way. Can I gift? Just a second. I can't gift channel memberships again. What on earth? I would... We'll think of some prizes, don't we? I've lost my train of thought. Where the heck was I? Yeah, what for you were the best sim updates with Flight Sim 2020? Let's get a few in the chat, and then we can put them to the vote. I think we had the 40th anniversary edition. Was that a sim update? Or was that... It was, wasn't it? That was a sim update. That was a good update. I can't think of any other good sim updates. So the 40th anniversary... and Sim Update 16 so far are the two standout ones that I think. Come on, chat, help me out. What other good Sim Updates have there been? Some channel over there started with Flight Sim 9. Didn't know how to fly for the longest time. Yeah, I remember Flight Sim 95. Flight Simulator 2, in fact. On the Commodore 64, I had to learn not some... Well, it was VOR flying, wasn't it? But it was more radial flying. Radial flying, which was quite interesting. I only really got into it with Flight Sim X and the PMDG 737. I had the 777 in Flight Sim X. I've still got that. Blooming expensive, about 80 quid, £85 for an aircraft. We complained today, but that was really expensive back in those days. You eventually moved on to X-Plane 11. I did too well, actually DCS before Flight Sim 2020. And you got all your new hardware around then. Nice. UK update and Caribbean were your favourite. No, that's a world update though, isn't it? Those are world update carols. I'm thinking more sim updates. So the 40th anniversary was a good one. And Sim Update 16. Hi, Vang, how you doing, my friend? But we'll talk about world updates. Let's talk about it now, Carl. You brought it up. So 16, keep thinking, people, the best sim updates we've had for Flight Sim 2020, especially. 16 sim updates. We've had 19 world updates. Let's see if I can find this. I did rehearse this part. World updates. There you go. We've had 19 of these world updates. And the most recent one, of course, was Brazil, wasn't it? And there's something, keep world updates in mind and city updates in mind for later and have them installed. Start installing them if you don't, because we may be doing a flight. So that's 16. Where's Brazil? It's here somewhere. Brazil, have I gone past it? Are you hiding? I've probably gone past it, haven't I? Am I blind? Am I not seeing Brazil? Anyway, there we go. That's the latest. That's quite a good update to Brazil, and I really enjoyed that. We've had 11 city updates with 2020, and they've all carried across to Flight Sim 2024, of course, as well. So it's been quite an action-packed. Which were your favourite? I think you mentioned it already, Carol. Let's just see if you've thought of any more good sim updates. Well, I tell you what, there's two there. Let's put that to the votes. There's two standouts, wasn't there, really? So, start a new poll. Just bear with me. Fave. So think of sim updates, not world updates. We'll put world updates to the test later. Fave sim update. So I can't remember which version that was, the 40th anniversary, but anniversary. Just a second, I've spelled that wrong, of course. Or sim update 16. There you go. I think those were the standout ones. So I'm going to start. Oh, have I lost chat? No, there you are. So you vote on which was the best sim update. So yeah, it's been quite a journey, really, hasn't it? Whilst that's going in the background, let me just catch up with you before I do this. You're on Xbox Paul, it's great to see you. Rick, how you doing? Remember Terminal Reality Fly? It rings a bell. Sim Update 10. Ah, sorry, I missed out. Okay. Well, I can redo that part. I don't remember that. What was Sim Update 10? Avian. Oh, yes, I remember. VR performances. That's a good one as well. 40th anniversary is flying away with it, look. It was a great sim update, that, to be fair. We got various different aircrafts, didn't we? See if I can remind myself which aircrafts they were now. The, oh, balls. I'm probably not going to remember them. Has it got a free option in aircraft here? What's that? Oh, that's going to bug me. Just a second. I fly it all the time and I can't think of what aircraft. A lot easier to peruse your aircraft in 2020, wasn't it? Douglas. Fantastic. Really liked the addition of that, and we had a couple more, didn't we? And the goose. The Grumman Goose. Love the name of that. Grumman Goose. Sounds like a whiskey, doesn't it? And what else did we have in that update? Let's just think. Oh, we had a couple more, didn't we? Did that come in with the 40th anniversary? The Savage Cub. And the Wright Flyer did as well, didn't it? Oh, and helicopters. We got the helicopters with the 40th anniversary. How can we forget? Fantastic sim update. So let's just see. 16 for Xbox. Yep, absolutely agree with that. Yeah. Flying on PC is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Sim Update 16 has improved things on Xbox, and 2024 generally performs well on my little Series S, so we can't complain there. Tell you what I'm going to do, people. I'm going to take you back on the 18th of August 2020. That's when it released, Hudson. Had to look at my calendar to remind myself. And it's called Flight Sim 2020. On the 18th of August in 2020, or 2020, I released a video. I'm going to actually play that for you. I'll have it playing in the background. if I can find out. Just a second. There we go. And this was the video. Should I turn up the sound a little bit? It's embarrassing to hear my own voice. Don't know if that's coming across for you, okay?
Hello dear YouTube friends, and welcome to this new video of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 running on my mid-spec PC.
Just going to turn that down, but look at the graphics, people. This was Flight Sim 2020. Is that coming across okay for you? Yeah, this was Flight Sim 2020. Back when it released. And if I look at that now, I think that's... where am I flying over? Hang on a second. I think it's Los Angeles.
General, that's not too bad
Just a second.
All. I'm currently flying around Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
And if you look at that bottom...
Isn't that comical to look at now? Back in those days, I would have points of interest turned on. I think when I first started the sim, I would always have points of interest on. So you're going to see that in my very early 2020 videos. I just found it easier to navigate because, you know, I was getting used to things as well. Looking at 30 frames on that PC as Flight Sim went on. It was my 1060. There we go. It's on screen now. That's the PC I was using. I got up to 50 frames as sim updates start to drop. And things improved. So not only graphically, look at the graphics there. Kind of looks like X-Plane graphics now, doesn't it? And there's nothing wrong with X-Plane. Flight dynamics are brilliant, but the graphics are lacking. But a very... You can see how much it's changed over the years. Just leave that playing for a little bit for you. It's not a long video. Yeah, I think this was my very first video in Flight Sim 2020 on the 18th of August. If you go on and look back, that's when it was released. And I was just amazed seeing all this. I was absolutely amazed. Let's just come back to the sim. Actually, let me just switch you back to the sim. Don't turn off the stream. Where is it? There it is. There we go. And I'll just pause that video just for a second. What do you think of that? Hi, Lourdes. How you doing, my friend? You think Sim Update 6 was a massive... Sim Update 6 was a massive one. It's the first Sim Update that was on Xbox. Ah, okay. And remind me, the Xbox was 2021, wasn't it? It was 2021, wasn't it? It was a year later. Yeah, Sim Update 6, wow. So there's quite a few good sim updates. A 40th anniversary is still flying ahead there. Oh, get off YouTube, I don't want to do that. Still flying ahead there with 64% of the votes. Interesting. Well, just get back into the sim. One of the first things I did, was it an activity or experience? Or was it an airport? It was actually somewhere. I'll just go to world map, in fact, and go to... What the heck is the airport called now? Oh, some things I've written down. Some things I should have wrote down, because as soon as I start to live stream, my brain goes to sleep. See if I can find it on the world map. So, what's the airport, people, in the Alps? Oh, boy. Is it around this? But not Christchurch. It's the other very famous one. I think I did a flight. First jumped into the... I tell you what, that will do. Doesn't matter, that will do. I first jumped into the sim in a mountainous area. I think it was definitely in Alps. It was one of the activities that was there from the start. That was my very first introduction to Flight Sim 2020. So on the day of release, and I thought, my goodness me, because I was always flying in the Alps in Flight Sim X. And that was just chalk and cheese, really, compared to Innsbruck. Thank you. Was Innsbruck. Yeah, Innsbruck. There we go. That didn't take long to load in. Now, I've picked a... Oh, I've got my head tracking on. I picked a particularly difficult airport to take off from here in a 182. I'll just bring that mixture out a wee bit. That should be fine. Oh boy, well, we'll see if we can make this one. This will be... Wasn't here I launched from, but, you know... Seeing the graphical difference, now it's really been enhanced since that time. All the sim updates since it's launched have really massively overhauled the graphics. Am I going to make this? I think I should. Didn't put any flaps in, but we should be fine. Grand. Yeah, and just getting that viewpoint when you first launch into a new sim was absolutely amazing. Let's just see if I can fly around and land back at Christchurch. North Europe server people, if you want to come and you want to come and try this, North Europe in Flight Sim 2020. We'll do a specific group flight later on. Yeah, you know, you didn't even have aircraft like the 182 here. I was flying the 172 to begin with. And yeah, just to see that, I mean, to be fair, it's nothing like it was at launch 2020. I'll show you another video later, another earlier video that I did, and you can see the difference between how it is now and how it was. In fact, I'll fly around Los Angeles and show you the changes. Oh boy, what have I got myself into here? Should be okay. I can just do a turn 180 and come back the other way. Should be fine before I hit those mountains ahead. So let's see. No, it was in Innsbruck, my friends. It was around the Innsbruck area that I was flying mainly in Flight Sim X. I jumped into it in Flight Sim 2020 on the first day, and it absolutely blew me away. I thought, no way has this just happened. No way have we got a sim that can do this. And even those rudimentary, those very fundamental cities that you saw me fly around in the early days, they've come a long way now, but they were groundbreaking at the time for flight sims. I'll go back to those videos later because it's fun to watch them. Fun to watch how it was and how it is now. Let me just... Should be fine. The sun's... There we go. Let's bring that mixture out a wee bit more. I don't feel it was happy enough. Where's the runway? I don't have a toggle points of interest. And my flow's all messed up at the moment in this. Reset my flow. That's the... Hang on a second. I've lost the... Where's the runway, people? Is that the... Okay, that'll do. Right, let's bring that throttle back. Gear down. We can do a landing just to begin with. And we'll get on to other areas. So next area I'm going to go to, if you didn't catch this one, I'm just going to fly around Los Angeles in North Europe server. On North Europe server. Remember, this is Flight Sim 2020. This will be our first port of call. If you don't have it installed, I'm sorry about that. We will do Flight Sim 2024 later. But it's mainly a celebration now, isn't it? Of Flight Sim 2020. Why is have I not got my flaps set up on my... Never mind, I'll do it manually. Should be grand. It's just stopping in time, really, isn't it? In this aircraft. In this area. No, I want it the other way, thank you. There we go. I'll stall myself roughly on the runway there. Should be no problem. There we go. No, get down, Huddies, and that's better. There we go. No problem at all. Keep going, because otherwise you'll start going backwards. And we should be golden. Where are we? There we are. Keep going. Yes, one of those challenging airports, this one. It's always fun. I knew it. Should have kept going. Am I going to go forward? Oh dear. Oh, well, there you go. I'm stuck. Oh, well, I can get off on the side here. Let's try this. See if it's going to let me... I don't think it's even going to allow me to. Oh dear. Yeah, I should have kept the throttle going there. My mistake. Rookie mistake. Anyway, we got down, didn't we? So that was one of the first experiences I had in 2020, and I'm sure many of you, if you were there from the start, you had similar experiences. Your grandson's hogging my TV. You'll join when you can, no problem. Too bad that your airport ESNZ lost the threshold markings. Oh no, runway 30. That's not good. Terrain pull up. Absolutely. So what we'll do, people, we're going to compare Los Angeles now. Let me just remind you. Los Angeles now to what it was. There we go. Back there. To what it was. Let's just rewind that video a little bit. Back when Flight Sim 2020 first launched. This is actual footage of my recordings. Isn't that funny? I don't even remember it looking that way, but that's the way Flight Sim 2020 looked back in the day of launch. So what we'll do, I'll keep that playing. I'm going to spawn at Los Angeles. Keep that playing for you while I just find Los Angeles, LA. And we'll compare it. There you go, Los Angeles International. Taking off, people, if you're joining me on this one. Los Angeles International. I'm just going to fly around LA. Runway 7 left. Runway 7 left, North Europe server. And I'm just in the Cessna 182, but I can slow down. Doesn't matter about speed. And we'll go fly in there. I just find that interesting to look back at these older type videos. Let me just get some tunes going in the background. It's always nice to have a bit of background music as well. And what I can do then is switch you back over, because I'm bound to forget, to Flight Sim 2020 as it loads in LA. And like I said, don't worry, we'll get to the we'll get to a little group flight in 2020. In fact, I'll put it to the vote, because I'm not sure, I'm not convinced many of you are still using 2020, which is a shame. Ah, Vangerhoff's using it. He's there with me. Good man. There we go, I've got some company. Let me just do that and go Shift B. Just come back a little bit. And I've got name tags on there. There we go, absolutely perfect. Right, so press B on my keyboard. I miss pressing B on my keyboard as well for my altimeter, but all's fine. So what we'll do, we'll compare. Let me just take the video back to where I can start comparing it. That's fine. So we'll take up, let's see what live weather's like. So it's live time. Let's see what live weather's like. Let's just see. Oh, that's not a good start, my friend. Are you in a Spitfire? Bob, how you doing? And Squawker, we got a few people. Hey, so yeah, we can do a 2020 flight later. Oh, I still got my... That's better. I had my throttle up. Got my gear down, that's good. So head over to LA, downtown LA, and we'll compare it. Same sim, 5 years later. Goodness me. So that's Bob, there's Squawker, and anybody else who wants to come and join it. City should be dead ahead, my friends. Up we go, gearsy up. Just going to set an altitude to make life easier for myself. Autopilot altitude, 1,100 feet. Where's my heading bug? There it is. Let's just swing it round to there. And heading mode on. Vertical speed, where are you? Ooh, that's quite high. 700 feet per minute should be fine for vertical speed. Now, is that cloud going to get in the way? I'm going to put it on few clouds. Well, I don't know. It's not too bad so far. So it should be directly on our nose. The signal, not quite directly on our nose, but this way. We'll see if we can... Yeah, there it is. Just to our left there. Slightly to our left. And we'll compare modern day Los Angeles, modern day Flight Sim 2020 Sim Update 16 to the older Los Angeles. It's funny, Flight Sim 2020 is running better than 2024 now. Yeah, it does for me too. It's taking you forever to load. That's not a new story, Carol. Hi, Paul. How you doing, my friend? Thanks for joining. Sim Update 3. Whilst we're on our way, shall we talk about that? I thought it would be released on the anniversary today. Obviously, still things are not quite right. I'm going to have to put the weather to a few clouds, I think, people. Things are still not quite right with Sim Update 3 from the sound of things. They're only going to release it. Actually, let's leave it on clear skies, then we can see it all its beauty. They're only going to release it when it's fully developed, when it's fully ready. Just going to bring the throttle back a wee bit. So I don't know. I'm hoping this week, but it could be next week, it could be the week after. Honestly, I've given up trying to estimate it now. We had a poll in our Discord. I can actually show you that just a second. Let me just get to the right. Ratings. There we go. Let me just pause the sim for a second, chaps. Just a second. Just while I switch people over to the poll. Desktop. There, that's it. So that's the poll we were running there. So I asked there before the 18th, on the 18th, after the 18th, and everybody, well, most people chose that one. And I just said there, I've lost the will to care. Just as a funny thing, people are just giving up caring about it now. It's taken so long. But the majority of people were saying after the 18th. Which is absolutely right. There, let's get back into the sim. So there we go. This is modern day Los Angeles, chalk and cheese, same sim, 5 years later. Yeah, I think that's really impressive. It shows you the amount of work they've put in. Look at this. I don't know if YouTube's streaming it at 1440p. I am playing it 1440p. In windowed mode, but still 1440p. But it still should come across there. Absolutely massive changes. Now, what's happening to the cars there? Well, the cars are still going along. Good. Let's get closer to the city. I want to fly around LA, downtown LA. We've got a few people with us there. Hopefully we'll get more. Preparing people now. We'll put it to the vote where people want to do a little group flight. And then we'll break. Ah, quite impressive. You didn't expect it with the city update. That will likely come on. Could be Nemi. Might be Captain Beeble. How you doing? Thanks. Hopefully it's going to be a good live stream. Remember to press tab for flow. Oh yeah, I've got my flow working okay. It's just deleted all my profiles, so it's gone back to the default profiles in flow. I don't know why. I don't know if I did that or it just defaulted after Sim Update 16. Been trying to add servers. How do we do that? You've got to hold down now, that's right. Servers back in there. Oh, there they are. There's the servers. Yeah, so I'll have to go back into all this. I'm trying to remember flow now. It's been so long since I've used it. Game service, so you can put things like north, so you can change service on the fly. In fact, I'll put a few in here because you never know. West Europe, Southeast Asia, so it's very handy for that. I am missing it. I am missing it for Flight Sim 2024. Hopefully soon. I've not even got a button set up. There we go. Let's get closer to the city. I'm just going to remind you people of my old video that I recorded 5 years ago flying in this area. I think Los Angeles was the first city for whatever reason. I just chose a random city and it was the first city I flew around. Come on, aircraft, what are you doing? In 2020. The day of the launch, in fact. There you go. No, we're not celebrating Sim Update 3, we're celebrating the 5th year anniversary of Flight Sim 2020, essentially. Or the rehashed Microsoft Flight Sim. So there we go. Keep that in mind, people. Okay, let me just pause there for a second. So just keep that picture in mind. Let me take you back to the way it did look on at launch. It's a shame I didn't go external in this video. I was mainly a fan of the cockpit back in those days. I still am, but I prefer looking externally now. Look at the difference there. It's great to have these videos because you can refer back over time of how it's changed. Looks like Legoland, doesn't it? In relative terms now. So there you go, that's the way it did look. Let me switch it back, just so you get that effect. That's the way it now looks. Good grief. I mean, looking back myself, I think, I can't believe it's changed so much. Look at those views. Well, that's still, that's 2024 level, isn't it? Almost. Some will argue, and I argue in certain places, 2020 looks better than 2024 in certain areas. London definitely being one of them. Yeah, I mean, the buildings can do a bit of a touch-up. They look a little bit worse for wear, but maybe they do in real life. That's the whole difference. Okay, people, back over to Los Angeles. We'll fly around. Fly around downtown LA for a little bit, then fly back towards Los Angeles, which is seaward bound. There we go. What a difference, eh? Chalk and cheese. Just a sec, let me just show that again. Sorry if you're with me and you're flying past me. Oh, let's just take it back a wee bit. This down here, these buildings here are Los Angeles downtown. It's pretty much where I'm flying now, but back in the day that's the way it looked. Quite amazing. So there we go, people, that's where it's at. Look at it now. Every time I look at that video I think, my goodness me. What a difference. 16th of July. Ha! No, it's gonna. You have to skip the 2020 flights. It looks. Oh, this is responding with the yoke. Ah. The only major downside to 2020 was the cost of upgrading. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and we have similar now with Flight Sim 2024. Absolutely, yeah. If you were flying Flight Sim X, and you didn't have the relative machine. Okay, back to down Los Angeles International, my friends, which is that way. It's just over here. Of course, with 2020, you've not got the EFB, you've got the VFR map. Yeah, so we're on the nose, pretty much. That's where I am now. I'm the bigger aircraft. I can see Los Angeles, in fact, it's pretty visible there. We'll go and land there, and then we'll go off. I want to show you a different video of another major area. Just to show you the difference there as well. There we go. And have a think, people, for those of you in 2020, name some places you would like to do a little group for. Maybe one of the city updates. One of the city updates or world updates. In fact, once I've landed, I'm going to put up something else for a vote there. Start naming your favourite world updates, please. We'll get a few in the chat, and then we can put it to the vote. Right, okay. So only thing with 2020, I find the airports are more difficult, the runways are more difficult to decipher when you're at a distance, but that could well be my settings. Wanted to push out good settings, but streamable settings. Hello, who's that? Nice to have you on my wing there. Let's take a look from the cockpit. Very nice, my friend. Oh, get off me. Right, so... do I know you? Well, I do now. Right, first one, my friend, let's do a 90-degree turn. And let's just bring that throttle back a wee bit, and then we'll be in flaps range. So yeah, Vancouver favourite update. Now, was that a world update or city update? Think of your favourite world updates, my friend. Just because the votes only allow so many votes that you can do. And we shall put that to the vote to see what people's favourite world update has been. Think specifically at the moment, Flight Sim 2020. We'll get to 2024 later. We'll take the right-hand runway, my friends. So I need to come to my right, the very far right runway, whatever runway that was. So if it was runway... oh... someone remind me. Well, I can see from my heading counter, it should be about runway 24-ish, I'm thinking. Just where Winsario is there. Right, gears down. Yeah, do miss having that flow. Flow, how I've missed you. It's another reason sometimes I jump into 2020, although I have to redo all my panels again. I had so many flashy things I wanted to show you with flow. No, I can't. So it'll be runway something right. Probably 24 right, 23, 24 right. I imagine. A Squawker, just where Squawker is there. Something of that sort. Which one is it, Squawker? We'll find out once we get down. Hi Dave, you watch later, no problem my friend. We're probably going to be streaming it for at least a couple of hours, I'm thinking a few hours. Oh, the Caribbean is your favourite. Okay, thanks Mike. How you doing Mike, by the way? ATC in what sense Mike? Better in 2020 or 2024 do you mean? I've never found the default ATC that any use really. It's likely to take you, confuse you more than help. I found I need to set up a flap sleeve. I can do that whilst we're in 2020 just to make... I thought I had one set up, but well, the one I've normally got up set up for flaps is not working. I'll check in my controls in just a moment, so I'll just manually do it. Right, bring the throttle back, Hudson. I need to retrim a little bit there. I'm going nose up. There we go, that's better. Just control that by throttle now. Nice and easy. Squawkers on the runway. Gilly de fish? Gilly de fish! Watch it, you've got a fish on your tail, Squawker. Is coming in next. So just do a nice gentle touchdown. This is the beauty of it though, isn't it? Just coming down, look at this scenery, stunning. Look how much 2020 has developed. Who's underneath me? Get off me butt, do I know you? Off me ass. No, you stay there. Absolutely fine. Is that you, Bang? Just joking. Oh, it's Bob. There we go. Bob's sniffing around my bottom there, people. Do I know you? Right, in we come. So what runway was that, my friends? Or is this? That mine was. I'm just going to trip. Yeah, it was 2-4 right. How's that? I just guessed from the... well, I looked at the compass, basically. So you can estimate the runways. I'm getting good at estimating these runways. FS2024. Right, nice gentle touchdown to begin, Hudson. There we go. Can't get better than that. Off we come to our lefty. Just want to capture people coming in. That's why I do that rather than go on the taxiways and goodness knows what. It's an easier way to capture people, isn't it? Do miss the tyre marks. 2024 has tyre marks when you come in. I do like that. Squawker down. Strokey. Does everybody else come down? We've either lost a few people or... Oh, there's one. He's gone on a different... Oh, he's in a spit. You were in a spit. You are in a spit. Don't think he's with us, that chap. So... Right, okay. So, back to the main menu. Thanks, people. We will do another one in a moment. Main menu... Whilst we're here, we'll talk about the controls as well. So let's get that going, people. Let's just end that chat. End poll. So the 40th anniversary. We're 64% of the poll. Of the two I gave, the two sim updates were people's favourite. I kind of have to agree with that one. The 40th anniversary, with what it gave you. With the choppers, helicopters, the Grumman... And the DC-3, it was pretty stunning, wasn't it? The Island update was your fave. Was that the UK Wood Update 17 some channel? LeShark, how you doing? Evening, my friend. Hi, CP65. How you doing, my friend? Yeah. Hi, Rich. How you doing? So there we go. Okay, so have I mentioned everybody? I do like to say hi. Captain Bebo, I did say hi to you before. You forget about the choppers, yeah. That's why they came, Carol. Yeah, and they are magnificent. I mean, I still get my I still get my chopper out sometimes, my big red chopper. Hello, Judge. How you doing? Right. Okay. So what do we have? So UK World Update, Caribbean. Any more people? Let's get them in the chat, please. Your favourite world update. Think specifically 2020. You doing well, Rich? Great. Yeah, I'm doing quite well. Thank you. Yeah, I was really looking forward to this stream, the celebration. Good and bad. It's brought some bad things. It's brought many good things. My goodness me. Again, think back to your memories of the early days of Flight Sim 2020. In fact, let's get some more of those in the chat. When did you jump in to 2020? I was there day one and I was gobsmacked. I was hooked right from the start. You've been flying choppers. How's it going with your Carol choppers? Really enjoyable pastime, isn't it? Something very different, you know, especially with 2024 now. You can get out of them, land, get out. I've got to do more of that. I miss doing that. Control options. I'm going to look at my flaps. Bob was taking a good look at my flaps before, I'll tell you that. Right, moles of throttle. Just joking, Bob, of course. It's good to see that you've got... Oh, I don't have... No, what am I looking at? Moles of throttle... Yeah, I don't have any flaps. Okay, so let's go to all. I missed this. So easy. Flight control services. Is it primary flaps or secondary, isn't it? Remind me, people, it is, isn't it? It's been a while since I've looked at these. No, get off primary. Yeah, there we go. So, and remember, it's extend and retract, isn't it? Extend flaps, so let's do that. I've got my moles of throttle, that's right. Oh, this was so much better, this control system. In fact, I'll put up, get off primary. Apart from that, it keeps the window that you opened before open. That's a bit distracting, but nothing too bad. Retract. Extend, retract, isn't it? Retract flap, that's right. That's right, validate. Apply and save, and back we go. Let's put that... Actually, let's stay in there. There's no rush with this stream, people. It's going to be up. We're going to be going for a few hours, I'm thinking. Jump in and out, of course. So, keep it on controls. Don't you start now. Thought that circle was going to go off round. It's just that the invite sent. Okay, my friend. I'll get that in a second. Hobby is amazing. Yeah, it's hard to explain to non-simmers. Absolutely. Let me just turn that music down. It's gotten to a loud tune. I'm struggling. There we go. Down a wee bit. It is hard to explain to non-simmers. I've got a couple of friends. OG Duffy, I don't know if you're there, my friend, but he was saying that he tried it, but it was a difficult one to explain to him. To my brother, I mean, he's tried it with my force feedback flight stick, and he was amazed with it. The Nordics and Greenland for World Update. Interesting. Let me just write some of these down. So we've got the Caribbean. Caribbean, I'll look in a moment what World Up. We've got the UK World Update, which was World Update 17, I think, wasn't it, people? Nordics and Greenland, what World Update was that, my friend? And wherever you are in the world, you can be biased if that was your favourite. Obviously, UK was a big one for the UKers. Hops in a Sim Update 5 was absolutely blown out the water, yeah. Absolutely. So let me just do another quick vote, my friend. Friends. Best control scheme. I know where this is going to go, but it'll be interesting what people say. And if anybody from Asobo is on the stream or watching, sorry, but you know, I'm giving it a lot of good vibes. It's a brilliant sim. If you are there, thank you. It's absolutely fantastic. But some things that, you know, irk us a little bit. There you go. Best control schemes. Best controls scheme. Oh. I was expecting that. How many votes have got in there? Oh dear. This is a funny one to watch. Oh, well, there you go. Nope. It's not 100% at least. Interesting. That'll be an interesting to watch. So we'll cover all different polls like that. How can I gift? I want to gift. Sorry, people. I'm trying to gift you stuff and I can't because it's not giving me the option of. Apart from. No, it's not. Never mind. I'll figure something out later. I would like to give out some prizes or something. Okay, so keep that up, please, people. Your favourite world update as I watch that poll. Very skewed poll there, people. Now that you've got used to controls in 2024, you find it more intuitive. Interesting. Nice one, Carol. You like that it recognises the acronym? Very true, in fact. That's a good one, actually. Have I missed anything there? No, I don't think so. Okay. So we'll let that go for a bit. I don't want to skew the poll, so I'll come back on that. Let me just load up another video, because I want to show you one of my other early videos to show you how much 2020 has changed. Let's get it to the right position. There we go. That's perfect. I'll bring that in a moment. There's lots of things you like about 2024 that they didn't have to fix that wasn't broken in 2020. Yep. Absolutely. Gotta agree on that side. You hope they fix they have fixed it, Carol, in Sim Update 3. It's the most instant, with the latest build, Sim Update 3. It's the most instantaneous switching I've seen in a sim, in fact. So that's how good it's got now with the latest build. Oh, Bob, of course you... But you use so many different usernames, Bob. Okay, I'll refer to you as Bob from now on. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to skew... Let's keep this poll going for the next... till 6 PM. 6 PM, then I'm going to close it. And I'll come back to controls. And I'll give you my point of view on that. Let me just take you to another old video. Hope you're enjoying these, looking back over what Flight Sim 2020 was. This... Oh, don't do that. This was New York. Have a look at this. Now, unfortunately, like I said, I kept the waypoints on in those days. That's fine. When you're starting learning a new sim, it's good to have the waypoint markers. You couldn't toggle them. I don't think you can toggle them, can you? You've got to go to assistance options to toggle the waypoint markers in 2020. Or am I wrong? Have I not looked in the right place? Maybe some of you can educate me there. But I think you've got to go back into the menus, back into assistant options and toggle them that way. You can't set a button to toggle them. But look how much New York. Let's get back to the subject. Look how much it's changed, people. We're going to take a look in a moment in 2020. In the current, this is 2020. This was released a couple of days after 2020 released. This video. It still looked better than anything we've seen up to that point. X-Plane 11 had some packs out, which True Earth packs, which, you know, the English ones were fantastic, in fact, but nothing like this. The amount of buildings, as you'll see, this was at dawn in New York. Oh, lovely music in the background. It's not the music of the video, I'm just playing Epidemic Sound, but I like that music. So I'm going to start humming along to that one. I do enjoy that tune. So there you go. You get the point. I'm going to leave that just playing for a little bit just so you get the flavour of what it used to look like. I'm in multiplayer in North Europe server, Eric. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, you come and join us if you want. Mike, 2020 still takes a long time to boot up. Yeah. It doesn't for me, I've got to say. I'll show you in a moment. I bet it does now. It doesn't normally. To boot up 2024, I like the walk around feature. Yeah, that's what we'll get into 2024 later in this stream. Don't worry, it's going to be a lengthy stream. You go to the pub or beach. Yeah, in the pack I reviewed, the Philippines pack. That's a great one for a helicopter flight. Carol, if you don't have that pack, get that pack. It's on my channel somewhere. It's only a few weeks ago I reviewed it. Philippines, a tropical adventure. You can get out of your helicopter and go and walk around the various waterfalls there. It's wonderful. And they've got animals and flamingos in it, and goodness knows what. So there we go. No hurry for 2024. I'll get that vault up in a second, Mike. I'm going to get the vault up. Sorry, your soul, but listen. It's a celebration of both sims, isn't it? If people prefer one over the other, it's not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. I'm smack in the middle for both of them at the moment. I'll give you my thoughts later, in fact. Look at that, people. I mean, that's not bad, is it? Statue of Liberty coming over. I wish I didn't have those waypoint markers on in those days, but I did. I could do with a bit of nourishment. I've got some chocolate, but if I start eating chocolate, I'm going to choke while I'm speaking. I'll leave it. I'm going to break in about 45 minutes or so, people, just so we get a bit of a break. But I'm going to start first. Keep mentioning, please, your favourite world update. There's been 16 world updates. Go and look over them. Load up the sim and think, oh yeah, that was a good one. Favourite word update, please. So there you go. Okay, let's get back to the chat. So I'll let you keep watching that while I close the poll there. I think 2024. We'll let it go for 10 minutes. It's 7 minutes now. We'll let the poll go for 10 minutes. You're gonna get that one on the Yosemite. Oh, okay. I've not heard of that one, Carol. The Yosemite. Which one's that? Is it by the same person? Yosemite, is it? You need a new computer, they're not prepared for that at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. Yeah, it does take a lot more horsepower grunt 2024 to run. You absolutely miss how in the alpha for Flight Sim 2024 the loading was literally instant. Not even the 30s. Not even 30s and 36, so yeah. And you'd be in, but now both sims are slow as each other. You find that, Bob? I don't know. I'm going to show you my loading on 2020 in a moment, at least, and 2024 later. Having issues with 2024 and controls with your Velocity 1 on Xbox. Join the club, Paul. But I do have a few videos up. Ah, it's the same company, yeah. Okay, I'll reach out to him, Carol, because he did ask me. He sent me a message on the video and said reach out to him. I'll reach out to him, unless he's here in the chat. Am I lagging, people? Or is it okay? I'm looking at the YouTube preview. It says excellent connection. I'm going to say it's okay. 9 minutes. 1 minute to go for that poll, people. Which is the best control scheme? I thought. And then I'm going to get back to 2020 and... Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to put that video back there. Put you back to 2020. You get the idea. Where's the video? Yeah, that'll do there where the video is. Flight Sim, that's right. And we'll come back to chat. Oh, no, that's Discord. We'll come back to chat. And then what's happening there, by the way? That's fine. Get back to chat, and then we'll close that poll. Come on, 1 minute to go. 71%, so it's not as skewed as I thought in the direction of 2020. 72%. It's getting there, but I expected more. Oh yes, I do, Ed. We did the Velocity 1 combined flight. Yeah. So Matt did one group, we did the other, and Turtle Beach did another. Brilliant, wasn't it? Right, end poll. There we go. I might ask the other question later. Okay, let me give you my thoughts, shall I? I'm going to try and be as fair as I can. So controls, and these are only my thoughts. Control options. Well, not only the whole interface here. Yes, 2024 looks miles better. The interface looks better on 2024. This is simply easier. Easier to navigate. So you just go to options up here. Control options. Bang, you're into controls. I prefer 2020 control schemes. It's on a sign there. It's on my moles of throttle quadrant. It's showing me what I've got assigned. Collapse and all, so I can see exactly what I've got assigned there. Collapse them. Go to filter all, and then if I wanted to set something else up, miscellaneous, for example. Maybe miscellaneous was a bad choice. Just a second. Autopilot. Want to set something up there. It's so much easier just to scroll down this list and find. And even if you couldn't find it within the list, get off miscellaneous. So if I want to toggle auto. Oh. So many toggle autopilot. There we go. Now, why is that? Yeah, toggle auto. You see, it's just easy. I just find this whole control scheme. I mean, forget the lag. The lag part's been solved in the latest sim update beta. That's probably going to carry across to the actual build. So I'm going to put the lag out of it for one. You know, we're only in sim update 2 in 2024, but just the way this whole thing's set up and the way I just find this much easier to navigate. So is that why, people, you chose 2020? Why did you choose? My goodness me! Mr. SP Gamer, I'm meant to be giving you people stuff. €50 donation there, people. Ah, happy birthday, Microsoft Flight Sim from Project Coastline. Have a good flight, Huddison. Project Coastline, are you a company, my friend? Reach out to me if you haven't. I'll love to collaborate. Thanks very much. What a way to kick things off. Eddie, thanks very much, SP Gamer. I'll come back to you later. It was one of my first group flights. Haven't tried 2024 yet. Sorry, I'm still gobsmacked. I wasn't expecting any donations. Someone hits me with €50. Thanks very much. You always just type in what you want to assign. Do you mean in 2020? Oh, in 2024, Carol. We'll get to 2024 later. There's good things about that control scheme. There's good things. I just prefer the navigation, the general navigation. Options, controls. You just click on one of your control schemes. Yeah, I think it used to be on... Was it always on assigned when you click on them? I remember that being on all or new, but you just change that to all. I just find this. If I want to find anything to do with lights, this menu here is so much easier. I prefer it. I find it easier. Let's put it that way. I find the control scheme easier in 2020. Easier to understand. Maybe that's something I should have stipulated. But there's some good things with 2024. I will get onto that later. You only started with 2024 and tried 2020, but you find it more confusing. Which one did you find? You started with 2024 and tried 2020. I guess it depends on what you started. So you started, so you found 2020. Yeah, I can understand that. If you start and you... Fair enough. You know, think about it, people. We've had 4 years of these controls before... Well, I had 4 years of these controls before going over to 2024. So it's a big, you know, it's a long amount of time to be, you know, because look how many actually looked at how many videos I've put out. I think since 2020 started, I'm over 600 videos in, which for one person is concerning. I know some channels which have thousands. One person I look at, he's doing 4 videos, not in Flight Sim, thankfully, but he's doing 4 videos a day, so he's well over like 5,000 videos in about 6 years. You know, well, actually he's been on since the early days. I won't mention who, just because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be send hatred his way or any sort of funny comments. Although, I think, let's face it, I'm just going to put another poll, people, because it's going to be interesting generally. And partake if you want. I won't talk while I'm doing this, because I want to keep it a surprise for you. And these polls are fun on YouTube, I've got to say. Because it will be interesting just to show you. How many options can I add? I can only add 4 options, okay. Oh no. Add option, yeah. 4 options, so... so let's do that. Just a second. I don't want to speak, because I tend to speak when I'm typing these, when I'm live. I'm going to have to widen that. And it's all anonymous, these votes, so you can just... I'll just be interested to find... There we go. People's age ranges. Your age range. Because I think generally I've got a very mature audience in Flight Sim 20... just in general, I've got a very mature audience. You can't fly group in 2024, but I can join in with 2020. It sucks. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we will do. I just want to show you New York, actually. Just come with us, people. I'm going to take off from New York, and I'll give people time. Just while that poll's running. So let's do a group flight this way, shall we? I was going to do a different one. World updates, we'll come back to that one later, don't worry. I've got to be careful how many things I get on the fly here, because I'm not going to... I'll be here till midnight. Which, if that happens... let's not be here till midnight. Gotta take off. Let's take off from JFK then and get a good flight out. JFK Airport. I'm in... I'll show you where I am. North Europe server. Did someone send me a friend invite? Yep, there we go. I think someone mentioned it in the chat before. Runway 31. Let's do a big runway. Runway 31 left. Set as departure. I'm not going to get going yet. I'm going to let people, give people time. North Europe server people. I've got it on live time. JFK 31 left. So there you go. Gives people time, doesn't it? Just be interested to see the age range. Just 18? Oh, what? Ah, sorry, Bob. Well, you put yourself in 20 to 30. I do have a few younger people as well, which is always great. But as you see, the majority of people I was expecting that we're in that sort of 40 to 60, well, 40 to 80 plus age range, in fact, which is great to see. Look at that. There you go. I'm in that 40 to 60 range. Just in case people were wondering. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, but I was expecting that. I was expecting the mature sort of range there. So there we go. Have I missed anything there? I think I've got it all set up. Okay, people, does that give you enough time to load into the sim? Let me know. I can stop and talk about something else. In fact, what I am going to do is put you back to New York the way it used to be when Flight Sim 2020 first launched. There we go. We'll keep that poll going, so I'll let you view that. Just give people time to get into the sim in case you're not in. We'll give that a few minutes before I can actually load in, can't I? Let's just play that for a bit though, just to give ourselves a reminder of how it used to look. I'm not talking about my age, not proper. Well, nobody could see your vault mic. But I was expecting that sort of the higher range there. Absolutely. There you go. Let's just forward that video a bit. So this is New York, about 2 days after Flight Sim 2020 first launched. So way before it came onto Xbox. So by the time you got onto Xbox, this would have improved, I would have thought. There we go. Right, I think that's long enough. So, I'm gonna... Oh, I'll tell you what, let's bring you back, because I think someone asked the question before how long it takes. It takes a long time. So I'll bring you back, I'll pause that video in the background. There we go, and I'm gonna load in now, Bob. Now generally, and other people, this is 2020 loading. I'm getting near enough the same time of loading. I've got it on an SSD. And this is Sim Update 60. I'm getting near enough the same, maybe a little bit longer in 2020. I knew this would happen as soon as I start putting it to the test. Actually, it's getting there. See how long? Estimating anywhere between 20-30 minutes. All in. You know, okay, in this case it's taking a wee bit longer, but typically by now it would be in. There we go. That wasn't too bad. For 2020, that's not too bad. That's doable. It's roughly... I know, 2024's... Hey, Vanderhoff's there. 2024's a bit longer. What's happened to my mouse? Oh, there it is. Turn the head tracking off a second. Just a second. Hey, Neil, how you doing? Good to see you in 2020. Cheshire, thought he would be here today. Maybe he'll join us later. There we go, people. Runway 31 left, wasn't it? Do come in. This will be our group flight in 2020. So just give people a little bit of time there, people, because for those of you on 2020 and you can't use 2024, it's working here. Great, okay. Hang on, YouTube is having issues according to down. Is YouTube down, people? I've got excellent connection. Oh, hang on. It's not showing me a picture though. An error occurred. Hang on. Is it up or down? Stream broken. Oh, goodness me. Okay, people, I'm just going to restart. Hang on a second. What's happened to my... Vertical, go down, now there's this version. If it's down, okay, yeah, I'm losing viewers as well. Let me just... It's up on your end, so it's up for some people. So I'm going to reset that page just a second, just to see if I get a picture. Connecting stream. Okay, that might have done it. Hi, Symphanatic! It's great to finally catch one of your live streams. Yeah, it's a bit early for you, isn't it? Or is it? It is early, isn't it? You're behind us in time. Just dropping in to say hello. And drop a like during your lunch break. How you doing? I see you at work. Thanks, Symphanatic. My friends, if you don't know who Symphanatic is, I'm going to get his channel up. Just a second. Oh. I might get a bit of lag there. Hope not. Don't start. Usually my... There we go, I'm going to get one of Symphanatic's videos up. In fact, he did an excellent video I was watching before. And I'm going to pop it into the chat there. There we go. Yeah, do go and drop by, give his videos a watch, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff, please. Excellent channel there. Especially on those of you on the stateside, you're going to enjoy that. It's not working on yours. Oh dear. Gem. Alex, you see it. Bob, is it back up for you, my friend? Reset, people. It could just be YouTube having a funny moment. Just reset your feed, and it should be okay. No problem, Sim. No problem at all. Just trying to solve this. My brother's cooking something in the kitchen. I hope he's not... Well, he can't do, because I can see my connections live. Just say excellent connection for me on YouTube. I don't know if... Just reset your stream, people, if it's not working. I think after this flight, we'll give it a bit of a break anyway. And I'll restart the stream as part 2. Yeah, obviously some people can still see it. I don't know, people are dropping out quickly. Is the stream still up, people? It's no use me continuing if people... Sorry, I know that some of you can. Can you let me know if you're in the chat, please, whether you can see the stream or not? Just gonna eat a crisp there. I'm hungry. 5, thanks, my friend. Oh, photogrammetry is not working on yours. Okay, fine yours. It seems like most people are fine. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So let's get going. I think that's give people enough time. So we'll do this flight and jump back in later into Flight Sim 2024 to continue the stream. I'm gonna have a bit of a break. I do need a bit of nourishment. Right, over to New York, and we're going to compare New York now to what New York was like when it... Same sim, but 16 sim updates later. We're going to see the difference. Right. Up we go. I've got everything synced, so autopilot and heading mode just to make my life a little bit easier. Vertical speed, what are we doing? 700 feet per minute, absolutely fine. Over to New York. Downtown New York. And you already know how this looks in Sim Update 16, but I'm just going to remind you, just to show you the progression that's happened over the years. I think it's pretty outstanding, personally. And then we'll come back later. Keep mentioning people your favourite world updates. We've got a few. We've got the Nordics, we've got the Caribbean, we've got World Update 17. Wherever you are in the world, what was your favourite world update? How we're doing? Gears up. We're heading straight towards downtown New York. We'll get amongst the buildings, amongst the jungle there, and we'll compare. Alright, it's just buffering here in the UK, all the videos playing fine. Is it buffering for people now? Smooth as silk, I'm getting. Must be a problem in the UK. Ah, okay. Other videos are working for me, so not sure. I have lost a heck of a lot of people there watching as well, so something's going wrong. Ah, YouTube, you buggers. Why do you do this today? For those of you watching elsewhere, as it will be up later, people. I'll keep it. I'll restart the stream for you UKers after this. So stay tuned. In 2024, take a little break. Let us all get something to eat, maybe. And I'll come back. Actually, that's a good idea. I can go and get myself something proper to eat after this flight. But I just want to show you the comparison, and this video will be up in its entirety after the stream. After I stop live streaming, so that would be good. Seems like what? God, Alex, where are you though? You're stateside, aren't you? David White, how you doing there? Yeah, it's a pain. I prefer Twitch, you know. Definitely prefer Twitch. But it is what it is. We'll carry on. Like I said, the video will be up later, so you can watch it. You can watch this part basically as a video. So let's get down amongst these buildings. It's kind of taken the wind away from my sails a little bit there, though. But, you know, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do. YouTube needs to really fix those things, issues though, don't they? At least it's not a flight sim issue. It's a YouTube issue this time. Let's get amongst these buildings here. Let's just take a look. Get along the old waterways there of New York, and we'll fly around them. I mean, it's a slightly fast aircraft though, so I'm going to pull my throttle back just so I can do the 172 speeds. There we go. And we'll see what 16 evolutions of Flight Sim 2020 has brought to the table. Let's go this way. Yeah, now's the time that the UK people will be logging on, but if I can't see the stream, what a palaver. Okay, there we go. Flying over New York. Let's get amongst the buildings, and I'm going to switch you back. Keep an eye on that, people. See that? Apart from the UK people. Is it back over the UK now? Oh dear. US, yeah, it seems okay in the US, Alex. Of course you are. Yeah, you told me that before. There you go. Look at that, people. Okay, let's just... That's it. Pause. That's what it looks like. And that's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Current day Flight Sim 2020. back when it launched, that's the way New York looked. This is a video I released just a few days after launch in 2020. Not only was the frame, I was getting about 30 frames back in those days. Different computer. Look at the buildings there. It's a shame I didn't go external in these videos. I don't even know if I knew about external, if I set it up at that time. But you get an idea, did you see the buildings there, the main buildings? What a difference, look. Very autogen, wasn't it, the buildings? They had the odd one, the Empire State Building and a couple of bridges. Water's pretty good in those days. Still is. Look at that. If I look left again, I'm going to pause it just to show you. I'm not going to look left again. It's a video, so I can't tell myself what to do. But you can see the buildings here, look. See the buildings there. Let's switch you back to the sim. The way it is now. What a difference. Isn't the development of playing like such slightly different for 2024? If so, you expect them to develop for the product that is going to be the main thing going forward. I've got thoughts on that, Mimi, and I'll tell you my thoughts later. I maybe shouldn't mention them on the live stream because it's viewable to anybody. But, well, it's my theory on it. I saw a video and it was saying that the complexity of 2024, they want to concentrate on that rather than 2020. Not sure why they didn't just update 2020 rather than making a whole new sim. Absolutely. I think we all think that. Carol, yeah, you've forgotten how bad 2020 looked in the beginning, yeah? Even though you say that, back in those days, it was absolutely still the best looking sim. This floored me. That's why I made a video of New York back in those days. I thought, that is absolutely amazing. Hadn't seen anything like it at that point. So yeah, even though you say that, it's still flawed. It floored me. Right, okay, back into the sim, people. We're gonna land and we're gonna take a slight break so I can get the UK people back on board. Or maybe people in Europe. Anybody in Europe, is my stream down for you? Don't worry, you're not missing too much. I'm just flying over New York. That sounds terrible, but what I mean is you're missing a great deal. I'm flying over New York. It's actually one of the best looking places in Flight Sim, New York. Look at it. Look at that. I'll lose my train of thought, so I'll mention it now. My theory is they're going to make both sims pretty much exactly the same thing. So that people who want to stay with Flight Sim 2020, and for those who want to stay with Flight Sim 2024, it will just merge into one sim. They're slowly merging. That's why they did this update, I think, in Sim Update 16. The sort of tin photogrammetry update, the streaming update, is in other words. I think they're trying to merge them both into one sim. They know that the majority of people, well, a good number of people are staying with 2020 at the moment. And to stop that from happening, because they want to just concentrate on one sim, they're going to merge them both, I think, if that makes sense. So you'll see slow changes coming into sim updates with 2020. I think that will put it more like 2024. Look at that. Goodness me. This is 2020, people, for those of you tuning in. I'm actually losing people. Same here, Ring of Death. Okay, I'll land, people. Get a little break and I'll be back maybe 20 minutes time to do the 2024 segment. And let's hope YouTube behaves for everybody. Keep refreshing your stream, people. It is showing a ring on the preview page for me. Well, it's showing an error occurred. But are some of you still able to watch though? Because if some of you are, I'll keep flying. I'm sorry, Dave. We'll be back. Don't worry. We shall be back. New York's overrated. I don't blame it being. Where's the airport, people? Oh, shit, I've not got it on my flow wheel, have I? My flow wheel reset. There you go, JFK. We've got a closer airport. Just to our behind us, people. KLGA. We're gonna head there. So let's go 180. Whee. Yeah, keep refreshing if you can't see the stream. It will be up later for you, don't worry. The entirety will be up later, and you can have the chat replay, so you can sit there behaving like it's a live stream. Stunning New York. It's probably the most stunning place in the sim, isn't it? In terms of built-up areas. Right, city ahead there, so it's just over. Sort of this little island. Is that Long Island? Geography's not the best. Sorry, US people. We'll get back to it. Have a great stream. Thanks, Symphanatic. Take care, my friend. Oh yeah, that crazy donation was incredible, wasn't it? Stream's good. Is it good now, people? After restarting. Is it all good now? So just refresh your page, basically, is what I'm saying. Can't remember which F key does that. Still going to take a break anyway. Airport's yonder. Ooh, great music while we're flying that far. I'm just going to miss that building, aren't I? Look at that. Look at that. What it's like now? What it used to be like. Chalk and cheese. Let me just get back in case I'm crashing. Better? Chalk and cheese. Okay, airport to my right slightly. That's a shame. Hopefully people can get back in now though. Bob, can you give it a test? Just refresh the page. By the way, that custom livery... it's in our Discord, Symphanatic, that one. Come to our Discord, you can get that. Later, mate. Take care. Ah, I prefer London because you always wanted to go there. Yeah, I guess that would... just the look of it in the sim, though, is amazing, Carol. Gotta say, done a really good job with New York. New York, Paris, and London are my faves. Right, so I'm slowing off there. Gears down. Actually, let's do this somewhat professionally. In fact, even better. Got my head tracking, haven't I? Right, autopilot. Oh. Let's come round and land on one of these runways. Any will do. I've got my flaps. I did set my flaps up. Sorry, when I look down like that, I'm looking at my control. Oh no, it's gone all the way down. I chose the wrong flap scheme. It's not extend the retro. Oh, never mind. Yeah, hopefully nobody took my advice on the flaps before I need to reset them. Never mind, I'll get back to that afterwards. It's a bit sensitive, this head tracking profile I've got set up. Bear with me, people. I need to turn that off. It's not quite the way I like it. I'm a bit high there, so well, let's come down in altitude. Speed should be okay. We can bleed that speed. Get the flaps full. We can make that. It looks like, oh, he's not going to make that runway. Don't worry about it. Plenty of room. I should have took the longer runway. Runway 13, people. I'm still in flaps range, as you can see. I've nulled my throttle, so I'm just free falling down. And I'm going to straighten up just as we come in there. Should never do that, of course. That's highly dangerous in real life, but works in the sim. Absolutely fine. Right, let's come off to the right there. We could have used a taxiway there. And what we shall do, my friend, we'll take... Let's just see if anybody's behind me first. We shall take a short break now, and we'll be back with part 2. Is the stream up? I don't need to take a break if the stream is up for people. Swat on stream, thanks. Thanks, Mike. You went to New York 25 years ago, don't plan to go back. I'd actually love to go to visit it, but I've heard it's not the best place at the moment, is it? There's a lot of tension there, apparently. To be fair, there's a lot of tension everywhere, even in the UK, all around the UK at the moment. You have to set everything back up. Oh no. My friends will be back, say 20 minutes time, and this time in Flight Sim 2024. So, I'll see you in around 20 minutes. So let's say, UK time, let's say 7 PM UK time, 6 PM UTC time. I'll see you in a moment.